MCT for the Swans and the Blues. And Bristle, it's fair to say, is the gift that keeps giving, because stuff just keeps arriving about him, that it's going right back to the International Cool Breeze. Yeah. And then the articles last year, and now we got the Vault. It's just extraordinary. The family would have got around it.
The family loves it. Brad Klebanski, was that BT or was that Steve Urkel? Voice-wise?
Steve Urkel.
That guy out of, that nerdy-looking guy in that character.
Looks a little bit like Damo.
Thank you, Doug. Cooper Daly, the squeaky Brian voice, sounded like the voice he used in Last Cab to Darwin.
Oh, that was a bit higher.
Yeah, it was.
The voice has got a lot of referencing here,
well,
BT.
Don't worry, it's
a bit flat on your Damo.
That will continue. And you'll hear a version of Bristol's Vault now for the rest of the year, and you'll love every single bit of it. Time for...
When you've got a problem,
Don't make a big deal of it.
and you need a wise head,
I must speak.
there's only one man who can help.
Come on, you nitwit.
Welcome to Dear Brian.
Starting to gain some nice momentum, dear Brian, too. You do it on email, dear Brian,
Dear Brian.
mmm.com.au, capital M's, of course, and then an email with your question, an issue you're having, and how Bristol can help, like Paddy from Croydon. Dear Brian. This is interesting because this talks to a former player that we used to call the man who had the eyes of a possum. Oh. Now, dear Brian, I've got a coupler, so he's out at Croydon. I've got a couple of possums in the roof. They're driving me mad every single night, scratching and biting, pounding around. I'm pretty sure they're a man and a woman, he says. I know you're a man of the land, Brian. What do I do with these things? Paddy from Croydon.
Yes, well, look,
Careful, BT.
I've had the same problem at my place for a number of years now. So what I do, what's his name?
Paddy,
is I set a trap. I've got a possum trap at home, Damo.
Do you use apples?
I use a half an apple.
apple in the trap.
You've got to expose the fruits.
Yes.
And what you need to do is make the possum feel insecure by not just placing it near a tree so you can just go straight from the building to the tree. You've got to let him walk the desert, the fine line. So put it about 100 metres from your house or the tree, so then the foxes get a chance to go first. Because they've got the 100 metres that he's got to get the apple. And he's sitting over near the tree and he's going, will I go for the apple and risk the fox or not? And if he does risk the fox and beat the fox and he gets to the apple trap...
Is he suburbia or is he...
Or Croydon, so he's sort of getting out.
Yeah, put it down the road a bit. There's foxes everywhere in suburbia, Duck. And so when he does get there and he takes the apple and he gets trapped in the trap, he's done anyway. Because once you've got a possum in the trap, what do you do with the possum in the trap, Duck?
Well, you take him out to
the RSPCA.
Take him out to a big tree and let him go.
So you think
in the paddock?
You think I'd be a catch and release man?
I think it's actually illegal, isn't it, to do anything to a possum other than sort of release it somewhere?
No, you would release them, BT. Yeah. You release it near where you caught it because I think they don't like it when they go into another part of the world.
No, a long way away. I take them on a drive, Damo. I take them on a drive.
But you release them, Brian, don't you?
No.
Brian, you do release them.
I put them in the trailer, and it's quite wind-blowing in the trailer, and they go on a drive.
Brian.
And then we release at someone else's place. And if the little baby's jumped on board at this stage, you release both.
Yes, you definitely do.
There is some chance of separation because, remember, he's got to cross the desert. So he's got to carry little one with him.
But have you helped Paddy or Paddo?
No, of course he has.
They're shockers. I've had them in my roof and they scratch and they piddle everywhere as well, and it can stain the ceiling. It's not a good thing, Damo.
No.
So for all those people out there that think possums are a good thing, think again.
That might be, of all the beautiful stuff we've heard today, Purple, that might be my favourite line of the lot. Do you think I'd be a catch and release man? All right, Paddy. Hopefully we've helped you out there.
I think you are, BT.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt about that.